young and we didn't want to be exposed. Even though it was cold, we were never...
Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Also welcome if you are new. If you guys missed Tuesday's video, definitely go check that one out first, because that was part one of baby girl's bedroom makeover. I'm going to show a couple clips here real quick of the mural, but like I said, if you want to see this mural more in detail, go check out Tuesday's video. But today we are finishing her bedroom. I am so excited to share this video. I think it turned out super cute, totally different than her bedroom back at the old house, but I absolutely love it. I can't say I love it more or less than the last one, but it's totally different and I think it's just perfect for her. So I really hope you guys enjoy and get some inspiration, some motivation, whatever you need from this video today. I hope you get it.
Our parents' house. I could stay for hours, and we looked into each other's eyes. Hey, I thought I was Romeo, I was looking for my Juliet. And as soon as I left, I told my friends. Those days made me who I am. When we were younger, we were never running out of time. As long as we had each other, everything was black and white. Driving in a car, never knowing how far we come. When we were younger, oh, when we were younger.
So I did end up going with this light blue color as the main color in her bedroom. Well, the upper half. You'll see what I do coming up for the lower half. I just thought it was really pretty. I know I did get some comments saying that her room looked more like a boy's bedroom because of the blue, which I just kind of giggled about, like it's just blue. But I really wanted something that was a little bit different. We're doing more of this like underwater theme. I wanted it to be underwater and magical. And don't get me wrong, you guys know I love pink if you've been here for a while. And her room is not going to go without a good amount of pink. So I also felt like this blue really balanced it. But after I was done painting, I did have to go through and take off all this quarter round. So just like in the boys' room, I can go in and replace all the baseboards. I swear by the end of this house, I'm going to be a pro at putting in baseboards. If any of you guys are actual pros and I'm doing this wrong, don't tell me, because I feel like I'm doing a good job and you might just burst my bubble.
The same old story we just can't ignore, but I'm breathing in. I changed my ways, 'cause I just want you back again. And I know, hey, I am here to stay. There's no other way, so we don't fall apart. Don't give your heart away.
So for the baseboards, we did go with 1x4s. I was just looking for a really clean, straight baseboard. I feel like these are ones that look super modern, but they also aren't going to go out of style. I don't feel like these chunky, clean lined baseboards are going to look dated in like 5 years, and that's really something I wanted. I wanted to make sure they looked really good and lasted in the long run. Kind of a throwing myself under the bus moment. My nail gun, for some reason, was not working. I tried all sorts of things. I lubed up the little pin because someone on YouTube said to try that, to find out that I had bought the wrong gauge nail gun nails. So that kind of felt like a dodo moment. I actually asked our contractor, I'm like, have you ever had this issue with nail guns? I'm like, I just can't figure it out. He's like, oh yeah, He's like, it could be this. I'm like, oh, I tried that. He's like, I don't want to like make you sound like, he's like, you probably didn't do this, but I've done it before. He's like, did you buy the wrong size nails? I definitely bought the wrong size. I didn't know there was more than one type of nail for nail guns other than length. I knew like different lengths, but I didn't realize there were different like thicknesses. So don't be me. And if you are a newbie DIY house renovator like I am, there are different gauges for nail guns. So keep that in mind.
And I know, hey, I am here to stay. There's no other way, so we don't fall apart. Don't give your heart away. Just try another day, so we don't fall apart. I don't wanna seize all.
Oh, one thing I do think people are going to notice is that I'm not using liquid nail behind these boards. I personally wanted to make sure it was easy to take these off if we ever wanted to change them out. So I am looking for the studs to make sure I hit the studs, but I know with things that I've been tearing out of this house already, that wherever they use like that super strong adhesive has been like a nightmare to get rid of. So I wanted to make sure I was using really good nails, hitting the studs, but I was not using the liquid adhesive. Okay, here's another hiccup in my plan right here. I was trying to line this up right with the windows, and it turns out it interferes right with this switch for her bedroom. So we tried a couple things. I tried to cut a notch in the wood and everything, and it looked bad, like real bad. So we did not get it on camera just because Bobby did it while I was out and about. But I ended up asking him to just make it a little higher where the switch was. That way there was no interference. It ends up working perfectly, but I was like kicking myself because I was like, oh, of course it's like perfectly in line with the switch, exactly where we don't want it to go. And I was trying to plan this out so bad, and that just did not work.
Poisoned by your kiss, only lasting for a while. Now standing here by myself. Oh.
So I've been asked a lot recently to talk kind of more about like living in the house while doing the renovations, and how we're getting through it and everything, especially from people that know that I deal with anxiety, and that having an organized and clean space is one of the ways I like keep my anxiety under check. And one of the big things that is helping me with it is once a week we do like a reset day. Everything in the house that we have been working with, tools, paint, everything gets put away in its proper place. Everything gets a really good cleaning, and the house just gets completely reset back to the way it is. Now, we can't do this every day just because we're doing projects all the time, and putting things all the way away when you know you're going to be using them the very next day just isn't very practical. Or like right now, we're having drywall put in. So half my house is covered in plastic currently, because we're trying to protect the floors and the appliances and the furniture and everything like that. And it wouldn't make sense for me to unmask the entire house while this project's being done. But come the weekend, once they're all done, we're going to do, once again, a complete reset on the house because it'll definitely need it. The other thing that has helped is most weekends, we have gone either to my parents' house one night for dinner or my aunt and uncle's house one night for dinner. And it's been really nice to just kind of get out and hang out with family, kind of get out of the construction site and really help with that. Quick cut into what I'm doing here. I'm just filling in all the nail holes, the seams. I did not film this whole prep process because this was a day's worth of work. So I showed just this little bit of spackling, but I went in and sanded and respackled and caulked and lots of stuff. And like I said, it literally took all day. So I will say I didn't film most of that. It would have been very monotonous. However, I did film going in and painting this all white. I think this was just that perfect little detail. I did about 4 coats on all of this. So the bigger pieces of wood I pre-painted. These little pieces I did not. And then obviously within the little notches, I had to go in and paint them, especially where I got blue below. So like I said, I did about 4 coats, and that gave me a really good, even, clean coverage.
Can't find every longing piece of mind to give in, to give in, to give in. I think about us, love. I think about us, love. I'm thinking about losing seconds of our time. Are you in a rush? Just tell me. I think about us, love. I think about us, love. I'm thinking about losing seconds of our time. Are you in a rush? Just tell me now. Do you care about the problems? 'Cause you never seem to focus on me now.
So I didn't cut this part out because I felt like it was real life as I was doing the painting. This was a day that one of the videos went live. So I had to go in. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know when videos go live, I like to throw that in my stories. That way if YouTube is being a butt and not notifying you, you guys know. So I was working and I realized it was 10 a.m. and my video had gone live, so I had to take a quick break, throw that up on Instagram and get everything ready so that I could get it out for you guys. A lot of all this stuff is multitasking, having to still edit and do the back end of YouTube, and then also being a mom and a wife and all those things. It's definitely about patience and multitasking and making sure I take time for myself, which is normally in the morning. I like to get up usually about an hour before anyone else. The boys sleep until sometimes like noon, but Freya will normally sleep till 8 or 9 a.m. So I get up around 7, sometimes 7:30 if I'm sleeping in. And just get time to either sit outside or lounge on the couch, go get a coffee, whatever it is, but just getting some quiet me time. I feel like as a mom, period, that's really important to get that time to yourself. I never realized till becoming a mom, like, let's be honest with ourselves. Like, we always wondered as kids why we have bedtimes. Like, I'm not tired. It had nothing to do with us being kids and needing to go to bedtime, because when you're young, you need very little sleep, I swear. But our parents, and I realize this now as a parent, they needed a bedtime. It's so true. Like, I need you to just go be quiet in your room for a little bit because I need some time to relax and calm down. I'm sure a lot of you out there understand what I'm saying. How many of your kids have bedtimes not so much for their needs, but for your own? I definitely feel, especially with my boys, Freya's a little bit different. She's a little bit younger, but I especially feel with my boys. Oh, that's Freya in the background. That when their bedtimes come up, it's more that mom and dad need mom and dad time.
20 years or so. When I close my eyes, I see how we all were tripping with beliefs. Ooh.
Alright, once again, I am in the video with the talking portion. So my portion of the day is doing electrical. You can kind of see it's patched here, still needs to be finished off, but we basically moved the switch from right here to here because we didn't want to have it interfere and do a cutout and all that stuff. So I just moved the electrical up and put it to a white switch. So my other portion is cable line. I put new fitting on. However, I don't have access to all my cable stuff, so I'm just going to put a blank plate over that for now. Eventually, when I get the pod unloaded and we find where my cable supply stuff is, I'll put a white cable faceplate on there. But I mean, she's not using a cable line, so but we'll have it just for resale value. Put it in. The other thing I'm doing is replacing all these with all these guys, just like we did in the boys' room. I think it's a more updated look, going with the square. And if you didn't know, you can buy these contractor packs. Basically, it's a 10-pack of electrical outlets from Lowe's. You can also buy 10 packs of these guys too, or any sort of covers. It's just the contractor packs. That way you save a little bit of money. So I got to do 4 outlets in here. So, whoa. So that's what I'm going to be working on. Like I said, if you can save money by the 10 packs, especially if you're doing more than one room, it's totally worth buying instead of buying individually. So as I put this plate on, I noticed the color was a little different compared to like these guys. So I had to take the other color off and grab one of these, which matches that color a lot better. The other plate that I tried putting on had like it was like a maybe just a different version of white. But anyways, also what I noticed is that the outlet itself was cocked sideways. So I took the plate off, and this is one of those outlets that you can, they're like after the fact outlets. So you put them in and then you cut the hole and then you screw it and then it presses tight against the drywall. So what I did is I just undid it and turned it, made it so it's more straight. And then there was a gap right here. So then I actually shoved some of the plastic pieces from this thing that I broke, the old outlet from right here. I shoved some of the plastic pieces in there to kind of give it like some reinforcement, because the bottom screw here, this bottom screw where it presses against the drywall on the backside, the plastic piece is gone. So the only thing that's actually holding it in is just this screw. So that's why I figure if I press this tight, it will give it more secureness. And then did the pink stuff to fill in the holes, and that's that.
Just lay down in the middle of the night, look out to gonna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just gotta announce some vibes, striking the winner post now. Liberty's on my mind. We've taken off, we've left the ground. You gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance. You will never regret the things that we'll do. 'Cause
So I know it looked like I might have shocked myself or electrocuted myself. No, that wasn't the case. It was actually the carpal tunnel or tendonitis, whatever you want to call it, in my right hand was acting up. At least I think that's what it was. I have this issue more and more lately. I've always had the issue for however long, even though the military doesn't recognize that it's probably caused by them. But it's actually, I have 3 fingers that tingle and go numb. So yeah, it's more and more prevalent the more I use my hands. Yeah, this has been an ongoing issue. So this is one of the things that should be covered by the VA, but is not, unfortunately. So the more I use my hands, the more it gets kind of funky. So that's why it kind of looked like I might have got zapped, but as you could see, I put the little voltage tester on and there was nothing on. It was just my fingers were like going numb, but it kind of was like giving me some weird, almost like I was getting zapped type of a feeling. So that's all that was. I turned the circuit breaker off for the room, so see.
to remember all that happened to us. 'Cause I wanna drive you to
So I originally had planned on showing this entire dresser going together, which is why I was filming, taking it all out of the box and everything. But I gotta be honest with you guys, after I got this completely out of the box and looked at all the pieces that had to go together, I quickly realized I was gonna do a quick reveal for you. I knew that was going to take me hours, and I was not wrong. That took me the rest of the night and into the next morning to get it done. But this is the next day. Bobby was making Freya's bed. He knew I really wanted that like floor style Montessori type bed, and they are so expensive online, like so expensive for the simplest beds. And he's like, oh, I can make something similar to that. He also didn't like that the bed sat actually on the floor. He's like, I would rather make something that went up a little bit. And you're going to laugh at how we decided how high up it goes. That is literally the robot vacuum box. And I told him, I'm like, if this is high enough for this box to be under, that means the robot vacuum can go under, and I am happy. So that is how we decided on the height for her bed, was based off of our robot vacuum. And I am not like ashamed of that at all.
Okay, one moment, one shot. That's all we got.
Oh,
One shot. I don't belong.
as you can see, Freya really enjoyed getting a big girl bed. She needs to be starting to go through potty training though. So we are definitely going to be starting that soon. She's gotten to where she takes off her diaper whenever it's dirty on her own, instead of telling us it's a dirty diaper. So she turns 2 this month, and we are definitely going to be looking into starting to potty train her, which is a lot sooner than we ever potty trained the boys. But she's definitely showing all the signs of being ready to go.
Don't let them go to waste. Look into my eyes, eyes, eyes. It's gonna be alright, right?
And of course, if you know my husband, he has to test out his handiwork. And he said it was very comfortable. So I'm just going in, and Bjorn has helped me put plates under the legs because I wanted to stain the whole piece and seal it and make sure it was nice and, I don't know, just looking even and nice. I don't even know what the words are, but this is the same stain that we used on the coffee table. It's crazy how different stains look from one wood to the next, though. I still really like this, though. I was going between painting it white and staining it, and honestly, with all the board and batten, I definitely wanted something to just stand out a little bit more. And in a second, you're going to see that Bobby had a cute little detail for her bed also that I'm really glad we went with the wood color because it looks so cute. And I think it's one of Freya's favorite parts of the entire room.
There's no place I'd rather be. The feeling within makes me carry on. Let's just come undone. Is this how it feels now? You don't want to get too close. Ready or not, here we go again. We may stumble and fall, but we play to win. 'Cause it ain't me who's been caught in.
So Bobby was adding this extra piece because he had actually bought Freya a little pirate ship wheel to add to the bed. I actually, now that I'm thinking about, don't think he filmed putting it on. You will see the pirate ship wheel, but it is so adorable. She absolutely loves playing with it in her bed, and I'm really glad like that's something you thought about. There's a couple things that Bobby thought about with adding to this room, and it really was such a good add-on. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen on Monday I went shopping for like the final touches of the room. One of those being a little mirror because Bobby had told me that his little girl needs a little mirror because she just did. So I had to go out and find a little Freya size mirror to add to her room. And I have to say, once again, it was a brilliant idea. She absolutely loves it. I found this canopy on Amazon, which once again, anything I got off of Amazon, I will have linked in my Amazon store. So check that out in the description below. Just like I had a little section for the boys' room, I will have the same for Freya's room. But I had one of these growing up, and I loved it. It was like you lived in your own little fort and tent. So I definitely wanted to add this to her room. I know a lot of people will question the placement of the bed with the mural, but I really liked it, and it's hard to tell on camera. It looks a little funny, but what I love about it is when you lay in the bed, you can see through these shears, and you look up and you see this mural, and I think it's just magical and special. So that is the reason for the placement of the bed, because I know people are going to be like, oh, you covered up your mural, and yes and no. It makes it special in a way for her, which is why I added it. This is another rug that I got off of Amazon. I loved it because I felt like it kind of looked wavy, but it brought in some of the pink, and you know I had to bring in my pink. But it still had the blues and the yellows and the colors, and I just absolutely love that. I really wanted a lot of like watercolors, if it's watercolored paints or those pastellies, just really soft colors.
Nah. Is this nice? Do you like your bed? Is this a big girl bed? Big girl bed? Yeah? Big girl bed?
We play. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can never go back this road. We can never go back that way.
And you know, her big brothers had to come in and see everything coming together after they went swimming. They are so good with her and so cute. But I do have to say, I think they're a little jealous of the canopy. And you're going to see it later on. I do add a little bit of twinkle lights that came with this canopy, and I didn't know it came with it till later on. So we are going to buy some strip lights for the boys' rooms as well, because they thought that was the coolest thing. But now we're just kind of adding a lot of the finishing touches. So the artwork, the curtains, because these blinds are definitely not staying. Someone mentioned the zebra stripe on them the other day, and it is duct tape. So yeah. I also am not a fan of blinds really at all, because I don't like having to clean them. I prefer curtains, so we will be replacing all the blinds in the house with just curtains. A lot of these accessories I got at Bell's Outlet though. Bell's or Amazon or Hobby Lobby. Those were the three main places that I went for them. Bell's though, if you live down south and you're looking for a more nautical themed stuff, go to Bell's. They have the cutest stuff there. I knew when I went, I'm like, it's going to be perfect. Oh, and you can see the ship wheel in this frame. Sorry, got distracted. Squirrel. I also got the lamp from Bell's, the plant you're going to see me put on here, and the little mermaid you see me put on her dresser. All of that is from Bell's. Like I said, found some of the cutest things there. So if you're looking for something within this type of style, 100% recommending, if you have a Bell's near you, go there. You're going to find the hardest part was deciding what to buy, because there was so much I wanted to buy.
This town's so lame. I'm feeling so wired. It's 4 a.m. I'm not even tired. We're in your car. We can drive away. Oh yeah. We're almost there. I'm loving this feeling of something new. Just right what I needed. Take me there. We can drive away. Oh yeah.
And I got this cross with the Lord's Prayer on it. It's just kind of a tradition in our family that above the door is a cross or some sort of prayer or something like that to shield protection on the kids. So the boys have one. We had not gotten one for Freya yet, so I got that one, and I thought it was just perfect. And then we are trying to figure out the perfect height to put this mirror. Like I said, this was a Freya size mirror, so this is not going to be hung like a traditional mirror above a dresser or something. This was meant to be special just for her, which is why I got these like really pretty and like, I don't know, romantic like swirlies. To me, it was just perfect for her bedroom, and she loves it. I just caught her today doing the like head, shoulders, knees, and toes in front of her mirror, and it was so adorable and so cute and made it completely worth finding this mirror. But we are getting really close to all the fun befores and afters, so make sure you stick around so you can see it all. I do have some of Freya's reaction at the end as well. Not the same as the boys because she's not as vocal, but I still think it was really, really cute.
All my life can remain, no delay, gotta let go.
Oh, also, so these curtains were actually already in our family room. It was one of the many weird multi-styled curtains in our family room, but I think they worked really cool in her bedroom. So I'm glad we kept these. I think they're kind of perfect for a little girl's room.
We can drive through the night, sing along to the midnight radio. Don't wanna wait all my life, can't remain, no delay, gotta let go. We can drive through the night, sing along to the
So I did end up going with a Beddys bedding for Freya's room as well. This is what I have in the boys' rooms also. And these little zippable beds are perfect for kids. Like I said, the boys have them and they've had them for a while now. And I knew for Freya I wanted to do it as well. So I got this really pretty baby pink with just that extra layer. I don't remember what they call it, like a mink fill or whatever, but it's just super soft and cozy. And then the little pillowcase, it actually comes with two, but I only put one on her bed because I got these really, really cute throw pillows from Bells as well that I feel like pulls the whole thing together. Okay, I'll stop talking. Time for all the befores and afters that you guys have been waiting for.
Know a place that sneak away. Leave the pain, I'll stay with you. Let me hold you, close your eyes. We'll be reaching paradise. Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't even really know your name, but I'm still high on all love that making me feel alright. I don't even really know your name, but I'm still high on all love that making me feel alright. Yeah, I'm still high on all love that making me feel alright. I don't even really know your name, but I'm still high on all love that making me feel alright. Heavy like a feather, you mend my heart right here, right now. I didn't even notice your medicine, no fear, no doubt. I know a place that sneak away. Leave the pain, I'll stay with you. Let me hold you, close your eyes. We'll be reaching paradise. Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't even really know your name, but I'm still high on all love that making me feel alright. I don't even really know your name, but I'm still high on all love that making me feel alright. Yeah, I'm still high on all love that making me feel alright. I don't even really know your name, but I'm still high on all love that making me feel alright. Be alright, yeah, I know we'll be alright. We are closing in on heaven, and I know we'll be alright. Be alright, yeah, I know we'll be alright. We are closer now than ever, and I know